Hey guys, this is Wesley Todd with Florida Prison Consulting, and I want to talk about pardons today and clemencies. According to MSNBC, Trump is supposed to pardon up to 10,000 people in the next month or so. And there's one guy in particular, out of being in 26 different institutions, there's one guy in particular that deserves a pardon more than anyone else in the entire BOP. And his name is Olivo Jorge. Olivio Jorge, Olivo Jorge. He is actually in Atlanta Federal Correctional right now. I spent a lot of time with him. I spent approximately 3 years as his cellmate, and he was the best influence on me of anyone I've ever done time with. He was the best guy I've ever done time with. He has 100% changed his life. He's been down, I think, around 16, 17 years. He had probably a trafficking of cocaine charge. He got caught with a large amount of cocaine. He made some really bad choices in his life. He came to the USA at a very young age from Mexico, and he didn't have all the advantages that a lot of us have as far as how he was raised, etc. And he was on his own at a very early age. He came over here when he was 16 or 17 years old, and he just kind of fell into that life. But I'll tell you one thing, there's no one else in the Bureau of Prisons that deserves a pardon more than Olivo Jorge. This guy has worked so hard on rehabilitation. He's given his life to Christ shortly into his bid, and he has spent his entire time for the last all these years just basically coaching other prisoners and taking people under his wing and just leading them and guiding them towards rehabilitation and finding Christ in their life. And you know, I spent 3 years with him every night and day. I was in the same cell with him for 3 years. And I just wanted to make a shout out for Olivo Jorge. If you're gonna pardon anybody, he's been down 16 or 17 years. His goal is to be a pastor when he gets out. And he's spent his entire time focused on getting ready to become a pastor when he gets out. Yes, he does have a past, but so do so many of us, and we deserve a second chance. He's had maybe 2 or 3 chances. We've had maybe 20 or 30 chances that we ignored. Every single U.S. citizen commits crimes every single day, and they don't even realize it. From the top Wall Street people to the bum on the street, we're committing felonies every day and we don't even realize it. And you know, these are second chances for us, and sometimes we get caught, sometimes we don't. I would say that people that have never been incarcerated before are committing a lot more felonies than people that are released, and especially people that are pardoned. Now, some people go right back. That is true, especially people with short sentences. You know, they think it's a joke. They have a short sentence. They've learned a whole bunch of new tricks, and they end up going right back, and they're a disappointment to everyone. But somebody that's been down for 16 or 17 years, you know, he's really learned what it takes to stay out. And I will put my life on the line to say that if you give Olivo Jorge a second chance, President Trump, I can promise you he will not be back. I can promise you he's going to do so much good for society. There's no one else in the Bureau of Prisons that deserves a second chance more than him. And Alice Johnson, if there's any chance you're seeing this, please put Olivo Jorge on the pardon list. I will post his BOP register number in the comments. Also, for any single women out there, Olivo Jorge does not have a girlfriend. He has purposely not communicated with any females. He is actually seeking the will of God about his, future marriage someday. He is about 40 years old. He looks like he's about 20. He works out every single day. This guy is the best person I know in the world. Out of everybody I know in the entire world, there is no more quality person than Olivo Jorge. I've got so much mad respect for him, so much mad love for him. He's done so much for me personally. He's been such a positive role model in my life. If anybody deserves a pardon, this is just a shout out to Alice Johnson and Donald Trump. If there's any chance you guys get this video, this would be an act of God for you guys to get this message. But this is just a shout out for Olivo Jorge. If anybody else knows Olivo Jorge, please drop a line in the comments. Also, if you know somebody that deserves a pardon, somebody that absolutely deserves a pardon, drop a note in the comments, because there's always a chance that God could use this video and God could get this video to the right appropriate people. So, you know, just as an act of faith, I'm making this video right now about Olivo Jorge because it's his time. It's his time. I really believe he is going to be one of the ones that, out of the 10,000 that gets the pardon, because God's been giving him visions and God's been giving him dreams and God's been speaking to him for several years now that his time is coming soon, and to prepare to be a pastor, prepare for ministry, because God's got something great for Olivo Jorge. And, you know, for any of you guys seeing this that, you know, you've hit rock bottom and you don't know what's going to happen next, turn your life over to Jesus Christ, because I promise you, God has a future for you. God has a hope for you. But you're not going to find that without him, because he's going to let you continue to hit rock bottom. He's going to continue to push you until you finally surrender. And life gets so much better. When I gave my life over to Christ, he changed my entire life. And, you know, I never have to worry about going back to prison again. I never have to worry about being set up or anything, because I know that God's got my future in his hands. So, guys, if you know Alice Johnson, if you have any connection with President Trump, and you're seeing this video right now, please pass this on. This guy deserves a pardon more than anyone else in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Alright guys, this is Wesley Todd with Florida Prison Consulting. Please follow me for more. I know this wasn't the most interesting content in the world, but this video was made as an act of faith towards somebody that really, really deserves a pardon. Thanks a lot, and God bless.